Good morning, viewers. Welcome to Consumer Shorthand classes. This speed is of 120 words per minute and is pertaining to Tamil Nadu. And the dictation was given in the examinations conducted in the month of May 1991. Get ready. 5 seconds. Start. Friends, it gives me very great pleasure to be present here on the joyous occasion of the Republic Day. Many years ago, on this day, we gave to ourselves a constitution and brought into being a government of the people, for the people, and by the people. In spite of various pressures and difficult circumstances that we had to face from time to time, we have been able to make progress in many fields. Today, we are regarded as one of the largest democracies of the world. This is something which every Indian should really be proud of. I think that this is a proper occasion for us to assess what we have done till now for the development of the country. At the same time, we have to think about what should be done in the future. As you are aware, the governments, both at the center and in the states, are implementing various welfare schemes. These schemes are drawn up keeping in view the welfare of all the people in the country. But the main objective of most of these schemes is to ensure a better standard of living for those who are at present living in poverty. However, doubts arise every now and then whether the entire benefits of the measures undertaken by the government have reached the poor people, especially in the rural areas all over the country. Of course, there are various agencies of the government which are made responsible for the effective working of the schemes, but the success of the various plans launched by the government depends to a large extent on the cooperation of the general public. The welfare of the country as a whole should be kept in view above all other considerations. We should not at all give room for differences arising among the people on the basis of class, caste, religion, and region. Every man or woman should care for the well being of others in the society instead of keeping in view his or her own selfish interests. If such an attitude is created in the mind of every Indian citizen, I have no doubt that our country will be able to become one of the most developed nations of the world. I hope that the young men and women who have gathered here on this occasion will take an active part in all efforts in this regard. I think it is my duty to say, before concluding, a few words by way of giving a special advice to the school children who have assembled here in large numbers. Today, we can easily say that the children of our country get the best type of education in terms of both quality and content. But the students should realize that they should not confine themselves just to learning whatever is taught in a school or college. They should have a spirit of inquiry and think more and more about the ways and means of putting to practical use the knowledge gained by them in the educational institutions. If they develop such a spirit in themselves, they will have a real thirst for knowledge. When they have this thirst, this will go in search of new areas of learning and in course of time become experts in their fields of study. If all these things happen, a day will certainly come when our country will occupy an eminent place in the world. Therefore, every student should cultivate the good habit of going deep into every fact that he or she comes across in the course of the process of learning. Letter dated 10th May 1980 from Hotel Sangam, Madurai to Professor Raman, Gandhi Road, Madras. Dear Sir, we thank you for your letter of the 5th instant. In accordance with the details given in your letter, we have reserved the rooms for the stay of the delegates who will be attending the seminar on science and society to be held here next month. During the course of the telephonic talk which you had with our manager this morning, you mentioned about the travel arrangements for the delegates. In this connection, we have spoken to the people in the travel agency who have their office in our premises. They have agreed to take care of everything, including air bookings, reservations in trains, and visits to places of interest in and around the city. We hope that they will also be writing to you in this regard. From the program sent by you along with your letter, we find that the delegates have some free time in the afternoon of the last day. As you know, this part of the state is well known for its various types of folk dances. If you are interested, we can arrange a cultural program of these dances in our Meenakshi Hall. We are sure that the visitors will enjoy the program and carry happy memories of their stay in this historic city. We look forward to hearing from you in this regard. Yours faithfully,